Alright, we're back. Finally another video. This time it is the Garmin Zumo XT on sale for Father's Day, $3.99 free shipping. This is the 5.5 inch version. Here's a quick look at the back of the box. If you want to see some specs, you can pause it, check it out. This is how it comes packaged in this box. And this is not a how to use it video. I'm going to show you what comes in the box and basically kind of go over what you have to do to get it mounted on your bike. So I'm going to get the camera, I'm going to show you what comes in the box, and we'll check that out. Okay, let's get on down here. Tried to spread this out the best that I could. Okay, they give you handlebar mount. You get the ball, U-bolt. You get these little rubber end caps which go on the end of the thread once you have it bolted through, if there's anything sticking out, so that you don't have any sharp edges. They give you bolts here for in case you're going to mount it directly to something on your bars, or mount this directly onto your bars if you don't need the U-bolt and you have something to screw these into. You can use those. There's a couple plastic spacers if you need them for there or for there. Okay, they give you some zip ties. You get the actual ram type clamp. This is, I believe, says Garmin on it. Yeah, that says Garmin on it. It's not a ram. It's shaped differently. You get that. You also get the base that goes on the back of the unit with the ball on it. So you're set up there. And now, this is the piece that clamps on to the back of the unit. Now, I'll try to go over this. This is basically, this piece comes separate in the box and the wire comes separate. You have to take this wire right here and you feed it into this backing plate and you snap it in. Then you take one of these little minuscule screws. They give you a spare one. This little baby screw right there. They also give you a screwdriver, that small one right there, to screw it in. And you put the screw, very hard to see, right above my thumbnail. Not this one. There's one right above my thumbnail right there that you screw in to lock this in place, this wire into this. As I will show you, this plugs onto the back of the unit. You can see this is the power cable to run to the bike. Now, I'm going to go over something real quick here. They want you to wire this. Don't pay any attention to what's beyond this right now at the moment. When it comes in the box, you will have this red and black wire, and they actually have the wire stripped off. Basically right there, boom, that's what you get in the box. It'll be that long. Well, basically you'll see black and red with bare wire sticking out. And they give you two of these to crimp on the ends, these terminal fittings, and that's to connect directly to your battery. So this Garmin will be direct wired to your battery, and this is the mount, clips on the back, and you see the two little brass connectors that when you clamp this on the back, power is connected to it. So the Garmin way is you can't really move this to other bikes because it's hardwired in to your one bike. Now, if you were doing short trips or you had ways of charging it while you were riding, you could just charge it and ride and use it, but you're not connected you know, full time. So that being said, here is the Garmin unit right there. That's the 5.5 inch. Here is the back, and you have, this is where the connection plate goes on, and your wiring attaches right there. And here you have your charging, your USB connection for charging or for downloading off the computer. Hardwire. You can also do it, I think, through Wi-Fi. That's your SD card slot right there. And this is your power on and off button right there with the red. And they also give you the cord to connect to the computer or to a charging block. And these bolts here are to connect. You bolt this piece that snaps on the back of the unit to, I will do this here for you, you bolt this mount ball onto the back of this plate, which I will do, and then put it on the back of the unit here in a second. So we'll go ahead and get the camera set up, and we'll do that, and I'll show you some other things that I've done here to use this the way I want to use it. Okay. Here's our plate that snaps onto the back of the unit. We have the power wire coming in. That's the power wire that goes up. You got to put the little tiny screw in that I showed you in right there. And you have your ball mount plate. That will go over top of that. Then you have your 4 screws here. You got 4 holes. Gonna line that up, feed it through. Then you have a nylon locking nut that you will put on there like that. And then go ahead. I'm not going to crank this one yet because I got to put the other 3 in, but I'm going to get it tightened up a little bit. Okay. Now I'm going to drop the other ones in. I did forget to mention, because they're already in here, on this backing plate they're going to give you 4 little metal collars that you push in from this side into rubber grommets. You just wiggle them and push them in. You'll see what I mean if you buy one, because you'll want to know what the heck they're for. But they go in the rubbers in this unit. The instructions show all this. They're actually really good instructions as far as for getting any of this mechanical type stuff done. The one thing I don't like about this system is the fact that this wire, they do not give you anywhere to plug or unplug this if you want to move it to other additional bikes that you have. So I'm going to show you what I did to take care of that here in a minute. Why they would not make that unplug, I guess they figure if you're buying a Garmin, you're using it on one bike. Now you could get another mounting plate and just charge the Garmin and run it and then just charge it up when it goes dead, as opposed to being hot wired to your battery. I mean, that is an option, but I'll show you what I did to kind of help with the hardwire situation. So what I did, I showed you how when it comes in the box, these wires end right here and they have some bare copper sticking out. And you're supposed to put these connectors on so you can put it right to your battery. So what I did is I have on my bike, I will show you here, for the battery tender, I have this positive negative wire and the battery tender lead to trickle charge my bike battery when it's not in use. And if you don't have a trickle charger, you can buy these, just this section right here with the fuse and the connectors from Tusk, from Rocky Mountain. Right there is what it is. You can read that. It is Tusk battery charger quick disconnect ring terminal leads. Now, that only gives you this in this connector. So I got this other connector which plugs into there. I got these pigtails from Amazon. I can't remember how much they were. I use these for other things up at my camp, for certain things I have up there in the camp, and there was a pack of probably 6 of them. I can't remember what it was, maybe $15. But anyhow, I wired that onto the ends of the Garmin wires so that now every one of my bikes has one of these battery tender plugs, and they all stick out outside the number plate or under the seat where they're easily accessible. So now I can take this, run it down through my handlebars, down along the frame, and boom, plug it into there, ride the bike, use it wherever I want to. Then if I'm done and I want to put it on the KTM or the KLR 650, I just unplug it and done, and take it off. And you're good to go. Now I will show you how this snaps on. Alright, so I'll show you the mount here. Now, I actually have a longer RAM mount on mine. They give you the short, maybe 2-inch Garmin arm on here. This is my original ball that was on the bike, RAM mount ball. The longer RAM arm, and of course you can see there how it clamps on the ball. That's exactly how the Garmin mount will go on, it's just that my mount here is longer. So I will go ahead and see if I can power this thing up here. And there it comes on and pops up the agree. And then of course you have settings, volume, apps, music, track, stop. And I'm not going over any of that. You can read the manual or get the online manual and kind of do some research on that, or watch some videos of some people using it. And I will just hit the map here. Now it says acquiring satellites. I'm not sure how long that will take, but you can see it has your direction here, and it will show your speed when you're riding. You can select different map, bird's eye, topographic, right in here. Get rid of that. So there you go, and you can see the size of it in relation to the rest of the bike. That's the 5.5-inch Zumo XT. So there you go. Any questions? Let me get that, there you go. You can see my full beauty. Okay, remember, like, subscribe, get on your bike, get outside. Any questions, put them down below and I will answer them. Thank you. See ya.